Well, it is windy. I'm out in the garden. I've got to cultivate. This is the first time I've been able to get out here and do much of anything. So wet. So this is a picture of it before. My onions are looking really good. We had a lot of wind come through the other day and blew some of them over, but they really look nice. Got to pick my tomatoes up, put the cages on them. That may be a different, separate video, but I'm just going to cultivate in this one. I'm going to be using the Haas wheel hoe with some, I believe they're called sweeps on it. I'll show them to you. It's getting real windy, and I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear this, so I may have to narrate it. And I'll probably time lapse it. Anyway, going to cultivate here, and hopefully this will look more like a garden than a weed bed in just a few minutes. So I'm coming back in to swap these out. I had the sweeps on it and I thought these would work better, but these, as they're going through it has a tendency, if you got a lot of grass, and I do right now, it has a tendency to trap a lot of that grass in there, and it just builds up, get a big ball of, in my case, mud and grass. So and that's one reason I like those sweeps right there. They slice just under the root, cut it off, throw it up out of the way, and it's almost effortless to push that. So gonna swap these out. Thought that would be a better idea, but I've just got too much grass right now. These are the cultivators that come with it, and it's fine if you're just cultivating loose soil, not really wet, but soil that doesn't have a lot of grass in it. If you got a lot of grass in it, that grass is going to get trapped. And I have these sitting pretty close together, and that's got something to do with it too. Maybe I put them too close together. But anyway, got to put the sweeps back on. We'll go back out there, and I'll show you how much easier it is with the sweeps, even in mud. So in places where I can't get too close to the plant with that wheel hoe, I'll use a hoe and do it the old-fashioned way. Now if I really wanted to clean it up, I'd come in here and rake out all this grass that I pulled up, or that I cut off with the wheel hoe. Now I'll put some cages around the pepper plants. That's a banana pepper. These have the ends on them so I can stick them in the ground. But even at that, I'll put a little stake in it, a little rebar. I've got some shorter pieces of rebar. I'll put rebar in it and some baling twine. Wrap some baling twine around it to hold that cage in place, because those plants, I am planning on those plants getting 3, 4, 5 feet tall. 3 or 4 feet tall anyway. So I'll put a stake in here in the ground and tie it with some string, zip tie, but I usually use baling twine because I got lots of it. Alright, that's what it looks like. You'll see a lot of grass, and there is a lot of grass, but that's just grass that's cut off at the roots and it's just laying there. Now, will it re-root? We got rain coming tomorrow and it might, and you know, I'm concerned about that, but at the same time, I don't know whether I'm gonna come in there and rake all that out like I did over here or not. But while I was using the wheel hoe, I got a little too close to my onions. Pull that one up, and that ain't bad for this time of year. It's still got about another month growing on it, and that's big around as a baseball. A little oblong, but it's as big around as a baseball. That ain't bad at all. That'd be some good eating. So that's it. The wheel hoe does a wonderful job, especially with those sweeps on it. Love those sweeps. It's just effortless almost. And put cages around these pepper plants, and come in here and do it again. I mean, if it rains and this grass re-roots, then I'll have to do it again. But some of it, most of it, hopefully won't. Or I'll come back in here and with a hoe. I mean, with a rake, and get most of it out. Don't like doing that, but I might. We'll see. As of for right now, we're gone.